So, good and everybody. Welcome to this graphics designer 01 class. This was actually one of my first class. So, I going to teach people actually what are the tools. Like, you can't just start designing without you knowing the kind of tools you are going to use in your Pixellab. What kind of tools you can use your period, knowing the names of the tools, knowing I can use the tools to actually design. So now we're going to launch into our Pixellab. I'm going to go to our pizza lab and we go to okay, go to difficult. So I'm going to show you step by step by step on what you're going to know on what tool, what is the name of tools and how you can use your tools for designing. So when you go to come to this place, this a particular place, this place, you come to this place now. You're going to see you are seeing something like three cycles combined together. So this is actually what we call, we just call it it just where you can just see something like this kind of background, background broad background. You can take this kind of background, you can start up like something, you can do something d, like these are just for people that have not known design. So yeah, just a step by step. You can see when I tap it now, I'm going to write something. You can see it now. It's going to automatically do it. When I started Pixel, this was one of the first things I actually did in Pixellab. So let's go back. You can see if you do it to this test, you go like this, do something like this, you go like this, then you do it to something like this. You can see now. So this is step by step on what you should know. Then this is my project here. This is my project over here. This is my project over here that I've seen. Is where you save all your document, like all your works, all the works that you actually done. Yes, like okay, where you're going to see all your works that you actually done. So look at it here. Look at it. This is my project. Look at it here. This have been the project I've been starting since I have been, look at, from when I was a junior designer, step by step, step by step, step by step. When I did a master this thing, a business card for people. All my, you can just find all everything, all my works are in Savior. So how should I try tell people that before you start Pixel, I say you should before you start graphic designing using your smartphone, you should at least have minimum of 3 gig. So now go to the next one. The next one is text. This A that is there. What is the meaning of this A? What is the meaning of this A? So look at it. Then when I tap on A actually means um the, like, you can, like the text, you can see new text. We go to this edit, we clear it. You can see it now. Happy new week, happy new week, happy new week. Then look at it, let me just write something. New week. You can see it now. It's just there. So this test actually is for, like, every test you're going to write in design. This particular tools is the tools you're going to use. Particular tools. So if you want to actually delete it, you can come to this delete button over here. You can come to this delete button over here. You can come to this delete button over here. Um, okay. You come to this delete button over here. Over here. Come to this delete button over here. You could also come to this copy. You can see when you copy it, you're going to get another type of feel, like another, like the thing will go to replicate itself. Then you can see you can also use this place as shortcut for yourself. You can use here, you can see the delete button there. Then you type it, delete. You see delete the subjected object. So you press delete. So you see tap on it. Then to the front, this to the front is actually when you actually you are designing, then you want that design to come above those design. That's why I say design is actually step by step. So that is where you're going to use these tools to the front. Then to the back, before you use the tools to the back is when you actually yeah, you design it, then you forgot something to put first before other design. Like, I'll give you example in my next video. um this to the back, look at it here, to the back here. Okay, to the back that you are seeing here is actually um when you forgot to put something, you're supposed to start something when you are designing. Later you forgot it, then when you remember to put it, then you put it to the back. It's going to go automatically to the back. Then there are other ways to actually shift it to the back. So this position, you can see this position is like moving it, moving it was for moving, you understand? So that is the work of this position. Then relative position, which you can see here, is like you can see it in the middle. It goes to the side, it goes to the side, this one to the middle, this one to the middle, this one to the middle, this one to the middle. So actually we usually use this thing whenever we are designing to actually put our letters or picture or our design in a placement. When something is like this now, or you put something like this, you don't know that, you think that is in the middle, something like this, you think that is in the middle, but when you put it here, because you go to shift it to the middle. When you are designing and you put it like something like this and you thought it is in the middle, when you actually put it here, you still get to see that it is in the middle. So this is another type of. So the next I'm going to go is size, which is size. Go to size, then oh, this is not okay. So you go, this one is size. So if you look at this size here, this size is actually like let me press this so you can see increasing and reducing, that is the work of the size. Then we got to go to padding is actually like moving, like you can see now. So actually, we also use this thing when we're actually trying to put something in the background or trying to shift this thing. But actually, it's not that necessary. It's not that necessary. So you can use padding. Then the color is the color of the text. When you want to change the color of the text, you can see. And you give shading to the colors, you can see. Then if you want to actually change color, you tap this plus button. You tap this plus button over here. You tap this plus button over here. As you can see, you tap this plus button over here. Then when you tap this plus button over here, it's going to take you. You can use a color code, which is this, which is if you are good in cramming color, or you can just go to the design directly. Is the way we should do it like this. You can see color pick. You just pick from the design and start designing. Then this one is when you write down your color code. The color I want the red to be blah 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 blah. Then let's try some now. 33 554. You can see that as I'm writing this thing, the thing is actually changing. You can see now. So this is what, and that kind of color code. So if you want actually want to stress yourself, but most people actually normally have all this kind of color code. You have to have it to your brain sometimes. But the best one is actually when they tell you to design a particular design, you should actually know what you actually design. So actually you can also use something like this, you understand? Then if you want to automatically white something, look at what you're going to do. This one, okay, automatically black. You're going to move these two things together. Then if you want to automatically white it, you're going to do something like this. Oh god. Go to do something like this. Go to do something like this is white. Then for black is like this. White is like this. Black black is like this. White is like this. So this is one of the benefits of it. Then you go for gradients. We're talking about gradients. Gradients is actually the mixture of colors. If you have been seeing some pro designer, you to see a lot of this thing from this thing, a lot of mixed color. You can see I tap that gradients now. Let me go to my normal guy. You can see these guys actually make most your design to look very very unique. If you are good in gradients, you can see it going to make your design very very unique. So I'm going to take it step by step. Then we are done with the color. Then we're going next to the texture. To the texture. What are the uses of this texture? Texture, texture actually is used. Texture actually is used. Just take an image from your picture, like you can see, you go to take it direct to your photo. You go take it direct to your gallery. Then you pick one or two photos. You pick one or two photos like this, and you can see you can just shape it like this. I can see it's automatically there. You understand? So this is how you can do this. Then we go for opacity. When I talk about opacity, opacity is the brightness and the lowness. Then go for rotating. Rotating is something like this, moving it. Then if you have rotated the wrong way, you do it like this. Then we go for marks. Marks is just for you, like you can marks, moving it. Look at it. You see it. You see it. So that is the work of mass. You see it. So that is the work of mass. Then we go for front. Front is where you get the front you use to design. Something like this, you can see it has changed. Something like this, it can change. So these are just your fronts. Everything here is your front. Everything here is your front. These are the fronts I'm going to use to design. Then this my fronts, like I can see these are personal dilute design, like that personal dilute front, which I use for my design. Then for this recent is the front you use recently. You can see it. Front you use recently. Then the next one I'm going to go is the style. The style is actually just simple thing. Be whether you want it to be slide, whether you want line to be under it, whether you want nothing at all to be under it. Then go to background. Background is just adding something like this. You can see turning just this one. This is what they call background. Then you can go to alignment. Alignment is for you setting something or moving it one side or moving it this side. Or if that justify, you should also separate things. So um next I go to spacing. Spacing is just for you to move the alphabet, scatter like the letters, to scatter the letters. Then you can go for redo. Yes, redo. Yes, also what redo. So you can go to line space. This one is look at it here. You go to like distance the letters from its follow letters. So that is it. Then you can go for stroke. Stroke is actually adding something like this. You can see it. Adding something like this. This is what they call stroke. You can change the color of the stroke to any color of your choice. You understand? So you can reduce the stroke, something like this. This is what they call stroke. Then for shadow you can reduce the opacity and reduce the bronze results and move it something like this. You can see, move it to something like this. Move it to something like this. So this is actually one of the way you can actually make your design look very unique. Then you can go for inner shadow. Inner shadow is just for the same thing as shadow, but this one is shadow in inner place. Then obeys perspective. Perspective work is just something like this. You can see it now. Something like this. That's what they call perspective. So look at it. Let me do it. Then you can tap this enable. Tap this enable. You see, once you tap this enable, that is when once you enable it, you can see it's automatically there. You can see it's there. Happy new week is that's already stayed there. Then you can go for 3D rotate. 3D rotate is something like this. When you go for X is something like moving something vertically. You understand? Then for the Y is horizontally, moving something horizontally. You can do something like this. You understand? So then you go for 3D text. 3D text or something like this, like moving something like this as text. You can see when you talk about this 3D text now, you can see how it actually wait. Mhm. So this 3D text now, you can see how 3D text, you can see how it move very back. So you can make it like this to come forward. These are actually for when you're actually doing design for charismatic stuff. That's when I go to use this kind of thing. So then 3D shadow is something like this, like just something like 3D, like getting a shadow from 3D stuff, um, making it to look very unique. You understand? But all these things are actually so reflection, like you reflecting your design downward. Let's move this thing upward. As you go to reflect it downward. You understand? That's the one of the examples of reflection. Let me move this thing. Um, you can see it how we reflect it. I don't want to move it, man. Let me use positioning. You can see. You can see I reflected it. So this is one of the powerful tools of reflection. This is one of the powerful tools of reflection. So thank you for watching. We'll go to the next one. Go to talking about. We're talking about how to import your images, how to draw with your drawing tools, and how to shape. Like how to add shape, how to make your shape unique, how to use arrow, how to use stickers in your design. So thank you for watching and God bless you. So remember that this is part one of Pixellab bootcamp. This is part one of Pixellab. So please like, subscribe for more. So see you in my next video. Thank you.